Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the second match for today. And up here we got a Div S match for y'all. We have King Carmen on top left, Somedas on top right, Mark Lucas on bottom left, and Buster on bottom right. And Buster is the only pre-record for this race. But yeah. I'm the Mine 2001. I'll be your commentator for this race. I'll also be joined by Nimbus a little bit later, but at the current moment, he is currently not here. He is coming though, so yeah. Just thought I'd note it. Anyways, we got all four runners on three of them on the start screen. Some Das is gonna do a little bit of the safety DSTA. So yeah. Basically how it'll work is that just in case for safety, runners will plant the seed in, or runners will set the time to about 1 a.m. on the DST date. So that by the time they get to Seaside, if they accidentally plant it into the bottom right pot, it can, because that one grows the longest out of all of them, it takes like an hour. Then by the time the runners get to Seaside 2, the seed will already be grown from DSTA triggering. Anyways, I think if I'm correct, everyone except for Somedas is on Switch 2. I know this mainly because Somedas was on the time select screen and it has the Switch 1 interface on it. So anyways, we got all four runners in cap. Nothing too crazy going on here. We just got the beginning of the run. So yeah. But yeah, basically for Switch 2 will actually boot up the game a little bit faster. So if you see the runners a little bit ahead, then that'll be why. And also, I do want to account for Switch 1 that Somedas' final time will have 2 minutes and 45 seconds subtracted at the end. Because Switch 2 saves 2 minutes and 45 seconds in Darker Side. So while it may appear that Somedas is a little bit behind everyone else, he may be a little bit ahead of the Switch 2 runners due to load timing differences. Anyways, now we got Buster being the first to go out of cap with a 2:15. Somedas not too far behind. He's actually ahead of King Carmin and Mark Lucas, who both of them are on Switch 2, but Somedas is on Switch 1. Yeah, 2:15-ish. Followed by 2:22. Another 2:22. Oh yeah, Mark Lucas had a bit of a rough cap. He got like a 2:27. Anyways, now we got all four runners at the bridge. So, well, three of the runners are at the bridge. Buster tailing right ahead of him, doing DSS first try, I believe. But anyways, DSS is a trick where after getting the story moon, you can actually go back instead of forward. There is a rock that you can triple jump off of, while the trick is very, I wouldn't say, while it's not pixel perfect, it is very tight. And because of that, the other three runners are just going to be going for normal dino skip. Understandable in the race setting, but Buster seems to be very consistent with DSS. So while the other three runners are entering the Madame Brute fight, Buster is already exiting. So yeah, makes a pretty huge difference there. And also Buster being just a little bit better at movement. King Carmen, we got some. Okay, we got the other three runners done with Madame Brood. Anyways, now we got Buster going for chest clip. Or yeah, this is a moon that you want to get in general because oh, rip Somedas face cam, but yeah. Anyways, two. Okay. I was gonna say he was able to do. We got three out of four successful chest clips. Mark Lucas, unfortunately, not making it. Also, due to Switch 2 hardware, it's a little bit harder to skip the action guide, as the action guide actually loads a little bit faster, so the skip is a bit tighter. Ooh, nice action guide skip by Buster. So, but yeah, the only person that doesn't have to worry about fast action guide skip failing, at least not nearly as easily, is Somedas, due to him being on Switch 1. But yeah, anyways, let's see which one of the other three are going to get it. Okay, it's a yes for Somedas. It's a yes for King Carmin. Oh, Mark Lucas being the only one not being able to get fast action guide skip. Rip. Anyways, now we got the other. I believe all four runners are going to do the IP skip route, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, Somedas. Somedas I think might be going for B. Now I'm not so sure. He didn't go for Bird. So yeah, only Carmen and Buster. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Mark Lucas goes for he goes for the outfit route, but he goes for the outfit route no IP skip variant. That's what he does. Yeah, Carmen and Buster gonna be going ahead and doing. Oh, okay. Buster's doing this variant. I think making it a little bit easier on himself. All right. Mark Lucas's route is going to look a little bit different. Same thing with Somedas, because both runners will not be doing IP skip, so they're actually collecting these moons a little bit early. They're collecting it in day sand instead of night. So that's how they're doing it. Not having a forfeit on the top, right? Yeah, feels kind of funny. Yeah, let's just hope that Somedas doesn't forfeit. Mark Bad, I get a 258. True. But yeah. Um yeah, we got 2 IP skips and 2 IP clips. It's like 50-50 across the board with so I think Stumdas and Mark Lucas are gonna end up a little bit behind the Carmen and Buster, but they will be 2 moons ahead. So Yeah. Anyways, Buster just grabbed the multi-moon on top of Harriet. Same thing with Carmen. Not too far behind. But yeah. Somedas and Mark Lucas are gonna be going for this chest moon that the inverted pyramid actually skipped. Oh, Somedas actually skipping quite a lot of coins. Meanwhile, Mark Lucas actually I think Somedas might be going for just the normal standard intermediate route, but Mark Lucas does need a few hundred more coins. So that's why he's at over 400. Looks like we got our second commentator.
Hello.
They would need they would need the same amount. Oh yeah, I was just under the impression that Somedas was doing standard intermediate and not outfit route, no IP skip.
Alright, what is going on here? Alright, so if I'm not wrong, Carmen and Buster have done IP skip. Mark and Somedas have both gone for IP clip route. Judging by the plat clips taking place in Nightsand right now from the former two, and the significant lead despite the lost moons compared to the others.
Yeah.
Looks like Buster is leading right now. Of course, not
Yeah.
going to be entirely accurate until closer to the end, where he'll make up for the lost moons from not going in the pyramid. But it looks like he does have a significant lead.
Same thing with Carmen, as he also went for the IP skip route.
That is true. It will be a lot easier to compare Buster to Carmen as they're doing the same route, and in that field, looks like Buster is leading. It's a very clean movement in
I think Carmen also
section.
does a slightly. I think Carmen also does a slightly different variation of the advanced route. He doesn't do late clip. I know that much. I'm just not sure what
I
else has
see.
changed.
Okay. That's good to know. So we're going to be seeing a lot of variation in routing here. Did you say Somedas doesn't do outfit route?
I think he might. I barely saw him get any coins in the pyramid. I know that much. So that's why I was assuming. He doesn't do IP skip. That much is clear due to his moon count.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we can't really compare all four runners, but we can compare 2 and 2, such as Buster and Carmen and Mark and Somedas. We can do that.
Especially if Mark and Somedas are both doing the same route. I'm not sure if Mark does late clip route.
That I'm not so
if he
sure about.
doesn't.
Yeah, that I'm not so sure about either. So
Potentially, if he doesn't, they'll be very comparable. Mark and Somedas are pretty much tied up here in Underground. Looking very close. See which one manages to take a lead. Maybe Mark has a slight advantage here. Although it looks like Somedas had some cleaner movement heading over towards the underground chest moon. And now they're pretty much tied up again.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Movement can easily make a lot of difference, especially in a category like this where it's over 3 hours.
Yeah, with a category this long, it's going to be very focused on movement and also very focused on consistency.
Yeah, a lot more so than any percents.
Yeah, it's a lot less trick heavy, so it's going to very much favor players with a lot of consistency and a lot more movement skill rather than just skill with tricks.
I think Somedas died while trying to get the bullet bill, from what I understand.
Yeah, it looks like he missed the bullet bill capture, and took a death. That death doesn't lose that much, but still going to put him behind Mark Lucas now.
Yeah. Did Buster talk to Tourist? I didn't see that he did.
I didn't see.
I think he might have actually. I mean, you can't exactly skip the Tourist moon because you get exactly 20 in Metro. So that's a moon you can't exactly skip. Carmen's POV seems to be frozen, but it appears that he did get the Taurus moon because he's a little bit away from the Odyssey.
We're going to see Buster heading into deep woods here. Going straight for a roll
Yeah.
boost off the ledge. That is going to make it in the correct zone. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Funnily enough, in deep woods, you can actually land in different spots. I think there's two possible starting points, I think.
If you go from that direction, then yeah, there's two. I think there's a lot more, but you have to go from different parts of the map. Which you usually wouldn't jump into deep woods from, so they're not ever seen.
Yeah.
I think they all like correspond to one of the pots that you can use to get out. Buster did get
Yeah.
tourists, okay. Looks like
There's
Mark is
many
also
ways to
getting
get out,
tourists.
but there's many ways to get out, but I think as far as I know, there's only two possible spots that you can land in. At least I think it's two. I know it's at least that number because there's a good chance that you might land in front of a beanstalk, like for the other spot.
I think there is, like, it's either 2 or 3.
Yeah, I just know it's at least two.
There's definitely only 2 that you can realistically get in with, like, darker side movement.
Whoa, a race on the SMO community Twitch? No way. Yes way, Monica. Oh, wait,
Uh,
there is two?
there is only 2? I see.
Hmm. I guess I must have. I mean, because somebody sent two in chat, so I just assumed that he was just answering my question.
What, the third one? I don't know. I
No,
was just under the impression there was a third one.
yeah,
I didn't know
no
exactly where it
idea.
was. Buster
It's
not using the
either
optics yet.
landing. It's either landing by the tree here or landing by one of the other beanstalks. I know that much for sure. But yeah, I guess I can use Mark Lucas's time in Deep Woods to describe that. Unlike the other category, unlike some of the other shorter categories, this is actually the shortest category that actually goes down to Deep Woods to get some moons. Because yeah, in Darker Side, it is actually beneficial to get a few moons down here. We get we also get 5 in total, with the order being the pre-capture moon, the timer challenge that's down here, as well as 2 more compounds that you can break open with the dino, and also the rolling rock that you can also break open with the dino too. Those are the only 5 out of 9 moons that we get in Woods. Also, I believe Carmen skipped that checkpoint because he might be going for a damage refill. That's my best guess.
That checkpoint, you can very easily skip that checkpoint because you can just get it during the bird cycle in Wooded 2. So a
Yeah,
lot of
that
runners have
too.
to skip that in Wooded 1 because there's no reason for them to get it here. And they can take a shorter line to the story moon if they don't go past the checkpoint. Whereas doing it during bird cycle doesn't
Yeah,
lose
that's
any
true.
time. We've got Buster heading up the tower towards the Spewt fight, which is going to end off Wooded 1. They do not complete peace in Wooded 1, they're going to do it in Wooded 2. Because the painting will drop them near to where you fight Talk Drift. But Mark going for Nut Clip. Going to be doing gate skip, just like we've seen a couple of the runners do thus far. And that is successful.
Very nice.
Carmen also going through the tower. Buster's managed to establish a pretty decent lead here. Though not as much as it might seem at a first glance, because their timers are somewhat desynced. Well, Mark's and Somedas' timers are pretty similar, and we can see that Mark does have a pretty solid lead.
Yeah.
No, Somedas just finishing gate skip there. If I had to guess,
But yeah, like,
Buster probably has like 10-15 seconds up on Carmen here, maybe a bit more.
stream delay, most likely.
No, I was meant like lead-wise.
Um,
Oh, Mark missing
yeah.
FRS.
Well, it's a little bit misleading because Carmen's timer is 12 seconds behind. So
Yeah, I was trying to account for that. It looks like a lot more on the stream because of that. Well, maybe it's closer to like... Actually, yeah, I'd say probably about 15 seconds is not inaccurate.
yeah, something like that probably. But yeah, just like Nimbus said earlier, and kind of to add, you want to get like the runners will be getting world peace in every kingdom except for wooded, due to where you end up after going from the seaside to wooded painting in wooded 2 in the post game. Anyways, I believe
Buster going for
I think
Zipper Drum.
everyone I don't know how many of the 4 runners are going to go for this route. I know Carmen doesn't, so that's at most 3 out of 4.
Buster going for triple lake clip. He does get it. Successfully getting the checkpoint. That's
Okay.
gonna save him a bit of time. It's also gonna change his route in Lake 2 later in the game.
Yeah.
Carmen
Yeah,
looks
like I
like
mentioned.
not doing that.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Carmen will just be going for the standard Lake 1 route, which, does allow him to do, I guess, a bit of an easier. I don't know if it's easier, but like it does look a bit different, like 2 versus like 1. So
Not sure if it's much easier. It's just more so there's I guess the late clip route is a bit difficult to save time with, so it's possible that there's a bit more constraint. If you mess up, it's more costly in Lake 2. I'm not sure. But either way, Carmen opting to go for the standard route, which is a lot closer to the beginner to intermediate any percent route, except you get the Lakeshore Moon at the end combined with the Cascade hint art. Somedas and
yeah,
Mark are going to be
because
coming into Lake shortly.
yeah, so far we have one person that did the lake clip route for Lake 1. Are we gonna see? I mean, I don't know about Mark or Somedas.
Leaning
I know
towards
for sure Buster. Hmm?
leaning towards Mark potentially not going for it. I don't know about Somedas.
Yeah, I was gonna say he just grabbed the zipper.
Yeah, Mark just
So
getting the zipper here, so no.
that's still just 1 out of 4.
Yeah. It's only faster to do the late clip route if you go for zipper dram, so Mark not going for that means he's not going to be doing that route. No one forgetting the hint art, at least I would hope not. No one so far has. And yeah, Somedas also capturing the zipper, so not going to be doing late clip either. It's just going to be Buster for this race, doing that route.
Yeah.
We have Buster entering Cloud, which is a kingdom that is not revisited in Darker Side. Kind of missing Cloud boost there, unfortunately. Going to be entering the Bowser fight. And shortly we'll be heading into Lost One. Looks like he got the Luigi hidden out
Yeah.
there, which is a bit faster in terms of coin routing.
You have to be very, very fast in order for you to be able to do that and not lose any time.
Yeah, it requires you getting the second fast at using a triple jump. And having very quick movement over towards the hidden art location to give yourself enough time to do that, which can be very difficult to do, which explains why it's more of a top level strat in any percent, where the coins are much needed as well. Carmen
Yeah.
also getting the hint art and successfully still landing the fast hat.
Very nice.
Meanwhile, we got Mark achieving Peace in Lake, and Somedas doing the same. For about 20 seconds, maybe a bit more behind Mark at this point. Well, Buster is still very much in the lead, even considering the smaller time save from IP skip than you would expect. You know, which means the RTA lead is kind of misleading as of now. Buster is still, I
Yeah.
believe, very much ahead of Mark. And of course, he is ahead of Carmen, who's also doing IP skip. Buster doing this variation of the Lost One route, where you go to get this moon from Glidon early, and then fly over towards the 2D section.
Yeah, it's so that we can save it's so that the runners can save a death warp from having to do only one death warp instead of two.
Nice cloud boost from Mark. Actually might be the best one we've seen this race so far. Both Buster and Carmen had some issues with it. Looks like Carmen also going to be going for the slightly faster gliding route. Buster taking a death warp here to get back up to the top of the kingdom. And then going to be heading down to cave gardening. Looks like Carmen also had no problem getting over to the fuzzy moon here. And then going to be going into the 2D section. Mark about to be finishing up Cloud. Somedas shouldn't be that far behind.
But yeah, did all four of them get the hint art?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so that'll make it a bit easier for runners to do the outfit route if they happen to get that hint art, because that's already 1/7 of the coins they already need.
Actually, I don't think Mark and Somedas did. I know Carmen and Buster did. Looking at Mark's coin count, I'm not sure. Looking at Somedas's coin count, I'm pretty sure he did not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Mark Lucas did either, because his count was at like 400 something after the inverted pyramid.
Yeah, he did IP chest as well, so yeah. I don't think he did get hint art.
So did Somedas, but he actually skipped a lot of, I think, all the coins.
Yeah, Somedas has very few coins. Looks like Carmen took a death there, which isn't ideal. You don't want to be up here. You want to kind of do the any percent like deathless movement if you do the quicker glide on route, which Buster succeeded at. Fortunately, Carmen lost a bit of time. We got Mark also going for this variant of the route. Making it over to the moon. Can he avoid dying? Yes, he can. We're heading into the 2D section now. Looks like Somedas messed up the movement up to the top and is going to have to hit the button again. We got Mark taking that death warp. We got Buster already heading towards the Night Metro City Hall. His closest rival being Carmen, who's only just entered Night Metro entirely. Let's see this whole movement. And he's going for the chest jump, jumping from way lower down and still making it. Very well played from Buster, putting on a great show with this movement here. Buster is known for having some of the best movement out of any player, and he is really putting it to good use in this Darker. Can expect him to at least have a significant edge in main game compared to these other runners, as he does have the best any percent PB out of the 4. Buster going for Giggler and getting it. Shouldn't be surprising to anyone, as that is an any percent trick. It's going to be interesting to see the competition between Buster and Carmin in particular, because Buster is known for having some of the best movement in the game, being one of, if not the best players in KFR and also in any percent. Carmin is also known for being top level in any percent, as well as having formerly holding the Darker world record. So while we can expect Buster to excel in the movement department and potentially get a huge main game lead, it's going to be really interesting to see how he compares against Carmin in post game, with Carmin having so much Darker set experience under his belt, and as the former world record holder. Well, we also can't count out Mark Lucas, although he is kind of struggling right now, having fallen down to get a sandwich. Mark Lucas is also someone to definitely keep an eye on, because he is known for his consistency, which is going to be very useful in a category this long. So yeah, very interesting runners. I'll admit I don't know much about Somedas as much as I do the others. But of course, definitely someone to keep an eye on as well. He is at the end of the day a player in Division S, and has surely earned his place in this division. So I don't know which console Carmen is playing. No, not Carmen. I don't know which console Somedas is playing on. His B is listed as Switch 1. Okay, he's playing on Switch 1. Okay, that's good to know. So Somedas will have a load adjustment at the end of this run, actually. Might be something to take into account when looking at his comparison versus Mark, who is on Switch 2. But of course, at this stage, I believe Mark is still ahead, even taking load adjustment into account. Fortunately, Mark missing Giggler there. Both Carmen and Buster got Giggler. Can Somedas make it 3 out of 4? We'll see very shortly. That's if he's going to go for it, of course. And he is going for it, but he missed it. Looks like 2 out of 4 Gigglers this race. Carmen taking an exit from the auditorium here, heading over towards the second musician. Remember not to get hidden in the scrap, as it would lose time. It's faster to get it in post-game during the Metro 2 park sequence with the dog, as it doesn't lose any time while waiting for the dog to dig. Nice down throw roll cancel from Buster there, straight into the triple, getting up to the moon. Very clean movement there. Now heading down to the lake hit knot. And to the musician. Very solid line over to the musician there. Carmen planting the second seed. Getting the guitarist. Buster heading into sewers. Oh, they're very nice sewers. They're very clean. Well, we have Mark getting the Gerda Moon now. I guess because of him missing Giggler, he felt it was a good idea so he wouldn't forget in Metro 2. See if Somedas does the same. He also missed Giggler. Well, Buster gonna be entering the festival. Con will be joining him shortly.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I had to BRB for a bit, but we're
Alright.
good.
Smooth seed movement from Mark. Now getting guitarist. Somedas gonna be following suit. I didn't see if Somedas got the Gerda Moon. I'll probably be able to compare his moon count with Mark's. Yeah, looks like he didn't. He's leaving it for Metro 2.
Wait, no, isn't it a thing where you don't get the Girder Moon until the which Girder Moon? The one at by the Odyssey?
No, the Inside an Iron Gerda.
Oh, you mean Giggler?
Yeah, the Giggler Moon. They both missed Giggler, so Mark I think opted to get it in Metro 1 so he wouldn't forget it later, since he went for Giggler. But Somedas is leaving it for Metro 2, which I think is optimal if he remembers to get it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna have to specify what Girder Moon because there's two of them.
Yeah, the Gerda Moon by the Odyssey they are gonna get very shortly. Or Buster's gonna get it very shortly. The others might take a bit longer. They're gonna get that at the end of the kingdom.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I know the Girder Moon by the Odyssey for sure. I know that you get at right after Peace is done. I think due to taxi cycles, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. I think that is the reason. Obviously, you don't have to worry about taxi cycles the second time around, but you do still need to use that wire to get to Tourist. So it's better to do Metrogram there. That would make sense. Buster getting the Tourist Moon. That's going to move the Tourist to Cascade, which means he's going to be able to get that during Cascade 2 in postgame. That's the last we'll be seeing of the Tourist in main game, as it doesn't follow the main game kingdom progression. Carmen also getting the Tourist. We're going to hope that our runners don't forget celebrating in the streets, which is the hidden moon in the festival. Neither of the runners so far have forgotten it. That moon is... It's a 2D moon, which means it is irreplaceable for these IP skip runners here. But even for the IP clip runners, they would have to find a backup, which is a lot slower, as you can't really reattempt this moon without going back through the entire festival, Just way slower than getting any of the backups. Well, we have Buster in Shiveria. We're shortly heading up to Snow Clip to get to Bound Ball early. And then all that will remain is just to get a few moons in the Peace State. They'll become pretty fast. Does that work? I think it does. Buster getting out of bounds there. Easily making his way over to Bound Ball. Carmen a bit behind. Still just heading into shop. Looks like we have Mark about to finish up Metro, going for Tourist. Somedas, just a bit behind, watching the cutscene from the multi-moon. I think that clip works for Carmen, which is good. Oh no, never mind. He went for Screen Clip instead, but got it very, very easily. So that's what we like to see. Well, Buster in Bound Ball. I don't know if anyone in chat has any time predictions. Buster is currently in the Bound Ball race. Carmen's also going to be entering the race. Buster with a 50.88, very solid finishing time for Bound Ball. Obviously well practiced. Buster runs World Peace decently frequently. So it kind of makes sense. Got Somedas being the last runner to enter Snow. Now all of our runners are in Snow 1. Definitely now in the back half of main game. Still a decent ways to go. .95 Bound Ball finish for Carmen. That Snow Clip fails for Mark Lucas, unfortunately. We taking Screen Clip as a backup and getting it very quickly. It's a great success for Mark Lucas. Going to keep him on pace here. Not going to lose any time to that the early Bound Ball clip. Or not going to lose much time at least. We got Buster going for fishing. Fishing can be kind of annoying. Kind of RNG based. When the fish actually wants to bite. Your Buster's definitely feeling the pain here. So you got to throw on the 5th bite. Might give Carmen an opportunity to catch up a bit. We'll see. So he's going to be heading over there shortly. It could be an opportunity. Only one way to find out. Looks like Somedas got Snow Clip. Made it a Bound Ball. That's Buster heading into Seaside 1. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have to contend with the French mollusk boss, which can be very annoying to fight. The squid guy. But Buster probably has the strats down. Probably got this. Well, Carmen also will be coming into Seaside 1 shortly. Somedas and Mark currently both in Bound Ball. Clean gush and capture from Buster. Getting up to the first story move. We have Somedas in Bound Bowl.
Back again.
Welcome back.
Yeah, like I said, the first hour or so might be a little bit tricky for me. So, for me to commentate, but yeah, I've been in and out. So yeah. Any updates so far? I think that we have, other than 2 runners in snow and 2 runners in seaside.
Yeah, not much. Pretty much status quo, and the lead and stuff hasn't really changed. Only thing Buster had any trouble with has been fishing. I think Carmen had a bit of an easier time with, but not really much change. Mark had a very easy time with fishing. Got it immediately. Hopefully Somedas has similar luck. We hate to see runners losing so much time to something that they really can't control.
Yeah, it is a little bit unfortunate.
Buster and Carmen heading into the midst of the this one segment of Seaside 1 where you kind of juggle a gushing around for a bit. So you can see with Carmen dropping it off right behind the checkpoint. And Buster's going to be the aftermath of that. Gonna hit the button and recapture it. And drive it into the checkpoint to refill.
Sorry, I'm just, I was gonna say, I'm not, like, at the moment I'm trying to take a note of the wiring or something so that I know how to plug in my Switch too. Especially
That's
accounting
fair.
for with a capture card as well. So, did Mark Lucas's seed go in?
And see.
Me neither. We might have to double check the footage or something. But it looks like he might have missed the pot. I don't know for sure though.
Yeah. But anyways, we still got all 4 runners in Seaside, but 2 of them are at the boss and 2 of them are at close to the beginning. But yeah,
Mhm.
I just need confirmation to see if Mark Lucas's seed indeed went in. Okay. So this one.
Looks like we have a pretty decent seaside finish from Buster here. We got Carmen also finishing up seaside here. Buster gonna be heading into luncheon. Got a bit of a freeze on Busters in there, but should be fine. At least on my end, I saw it. Buster actually stacking up all of them, but it's not gonna do the mat jump. Alright, we got Buster finishing off the spear up fight in the other start of luncheon. Mark just beating up the mosque once again. Still managing to get a clip through the island despite being a bit further forward. Right, so we have Buster, but we coming up on the fight with Cooktail here, the end of Luncheon 1. All of our runners are now in Luncheon 1. We have Carmen in the cave that leads up towards the Cooktail boss. They'll had some trouble with some... It looks like he had some trouble with some platforms, which meant he had to rely on a backup cycle.
Very
but
nice
could be
Magma Severia from Mark Lucas too. So
true.
and I think Somedas is on the first story moon, I believe.
So Somedas definitely a decent bit behind. Still has to make his way over towards the cheese rocks and get the moon from those. Buster with a looks like a clean first two phases of Cockatiel. The first two phases are pretty straightforward though. Last phase is where things are going to get a bit rougher potentially.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like that, he is falling. That's not going to be too bad just on its own. There we go. Just as Buster exiting this fight, Carmen is entering it. And Mark has reached the second scenario of Luncheon. Getting timer 1. Going for this capulous triple jump, he does get it. But now he's gonna finally get Cappy back. Buster taking an exit from Luncheon 1. We're heading to Ruined. Carmen will be doing the same shortly. We have Mark getting the final standard story moon. The last one before the fight against Cockatiel.
Yeah, there's 3 story moons in Luncheon that you can get. The first 2 being before the first multi moon.
Yeah, Buster's been pretty locked in. He's had some a very solid run so far. People in
not
chat
many
saying
major
he's been
mistakes.
very locked in, which I absolutely agree with. Carmen will be joining Buster in Ruin shortly. Nice capulous triple from Somedas. We got Mark fighting Cookatiel. Currently the only one of the runners to be doing so. May stay that way. I'm not sure if Carmen is not Carmen, Somedas is gonna make it in time to be in this fight at the same time as Mark.
We'll have to see.
Does Mark having no issue getting to the final phase of the cockatiel fight? We have Buster actually finishing off the fight with the Ruined Dragon.
Yeah, he's
So, like,
very far.
yeah, a whole Ruined Kingdom ahead of Mark Lucas here. Which is pretty huge. Even accounting for the difference in routing, Buster is significantly ahead of the competition here. We'll of course have to see how that holds up in post-game. But his position is only getting stronger as the run goes on.
Where? Oh.
The Buster already starting off Bowser's 1. Meanwhile, Somedas in the last phase of the fight with Cockatiel. And Mark entering the fight with the Dragon.
This queen feels heavier. Sorry, I'm unpacking the Switch 2 still. So definitely bigger though. My goodness, look at the size of this thing.
It definitely feels different from the Switch 1, like physically.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess back to the race. We got Mark Lucas in the middle of Ruined. Okay. I saw that he already grabbed the Toad Hint Art.
He did, yeah.
And it's definitely beneficial because that's also another 1/7 of the coins that you need for this run. So skipping a Toad Hint Art would be pretty bad for the outfit route, especially because you need 1400.
Yeah. Toad Art, yeah, very important there because it doesn't lose like any time and it's 200 whole coins.
Yeah, those are some coins that you definitely do not want to miss.
Got a very nice down throw shards from Buster there. Was
Oh,
successful. No birdless, as it's just not really worth it. And Darker, you kind of need to keep the bird. So I'll get this moon and then head her on the back for this moon as well. This pipe's going to drop him right next to the spawned in shards moon. Well, Carmen being the closest rival here, only just about to head over to the shards. Buster just doing Buster things. Yeah, checks out. I think being significantly ahead in main game is definitely qualifies as Buster things. Unfortunately, messing up the movement to get up top and set up the Gizo Dram. So not going to be going for that. Possibly a bit of time save for Carmin. Oh, he fell like down as well. Buster's struggling a lot with these Gizo moves here. Possibly a bit of a reprieve for Carmin. He hasn't really had much opportunity to save time on Buster thus far. This could be it.
Today's such a weird weather, you know? Like,
It's like a failed Zombomber from Buster.
Oof. Tough.
Buster when he doesn't do something.
Buster when he
he's a
doesn't
normal
do.
piece of true.
I mean, he is the world peace record holder after all, so maybe he's gonna try for attempt number. I think you can go for Sarbomba twice, right?
He did. He got the. This is the backup Zombomber, which he did get.
Yeah, I was gonna
Unfortunately,
say, like, I guess I meant that you have 2 chances to get it.
yeah. Unfortunately, missed some time to taking damage there, but still pretty good. Looks like Carmen
Rough.
got the Gizo Dram, so is gonna be saving some time on Buster. Making back some gains, but not gonna topple this lead that easily. Got Somedas finishing up Ruined. Gonna be coming into Bowser's shortly, and that is gonna be all of our runners in Bowser's 1. Rapidly getting closer to the end of the main game here.
Yeah, and like I said at the beginning of the race, he may not be as far everyone behind else as he seems. Somedas, I mean, he may not be as far behind everyone else as it appears because he's on Switch 1. Well, the other 3 are on Switch 2.
There's definitely a pretty big gap still as of right now, but absolutely we will need to keep load adjustments in mind, especially later on. The load adjustments in main game are, I believe, fairly minimal. A lot of it comes from the painting loads later in the game.
Blue is left and red. Oh, it's just like the.
But yeah,
Wow.
definitely taken into account.
Oh my god, the fucking magnetic Joy-Cons. Sorry, I'm just geeking out a little bit over unboxing this thing that I paid for with my own money. Anyways, Buster is going to basically this isn't exclusive to Buster. This is more of an all runners thing. But basically, what Buster did right now is that he broke open the block, but instead of getting the moon at first, he actually went to Captain Toad. So that I think it allows. I'm not sure why it saves time. It just saves time. Just trust me. I just know that it saves time. I'm just not sure exactly 100% why. I just know that it does.
I think it's just you're able to take a slightly better line to Toad because you don't have to get the moon on the way. Whereas a more ideal line,
It's
a more ideal
it
line
saves
towards
I mean, it is
saves time because it's
faster.
faster.
It
True.
is faster.
But my
You're not wrong.
better than my better than my explanation, honestly. Money's on that. Yeah, exactly. You can get closer to Toad, and then the moon is closer to the Pokio, so you can take better lines. Buster setting up this dram here on the Bowser nose.
You can. Oh, okay, okay. I guess Wiener has a bit of a better explanation. Yeah, you can get to closer to. Yeah, yeah. I guess Nimbus was right. You can get closer to. You can take a better line to Toad, and you just get that moon on the way back. That's why.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving above the box is awkward anyway. That's also true. Oh, Carmen lost the Pokio, failing the climb on the inner wall.
It's
Gonna have to
fine.
go down and get another one.
You encounter a couple more Pokeos on the way, especially the one on the inner wall. So you are still fine. Yeah, movement above the block is definitely a little awkward.
Buster going for new TA. Nice. Successful.
Nice.
Clean mech fight.
I think this switch might be out of charge immediately off the box, but I'm not sure.
trying to be careful with this thing.
Believe that Bowser's Drum. Oh, Bowser's Drum failed from Somedas. Unfortunate.
Wait. Oh, this is where. Does it go in? Yes, it does. Okay. So I guess that's how it should set it. Yeah, this thing is so. The Switch 1 is so fucking light compared to when I'm carrying the Switch 2. Oh, it doesn't make that much of a weight difference, but it's definitely noticeable.
So we have Mark
Anyways.
Lucas over here, making his way up towards the climb towards the mech. Well,
Yeah,
Buster
you?
already finished with the mech. And Carmen almost finished with the mech. Hopefully Carmen not gonna struggle with TA. Nice.
Yeah, we hopefully should be good there.
Yeah, nice RCB from Mark. Gonna very quickly get him over to Captain Toad. Yeah, saw a bit of a camera manip there with Mark standing far to the left and behind Toad, rather than just talking to him immediately, because it will stop the camera from needing to move around.
Oh, these are the Joy-Con grips, I think. I'll just see what I won't need them. I'll put them on the
No.
chair.
Mark beginning the Pokio climb segment of Bowser's one.
Oh, this must be the protective shield. I'll just put
And
them on top of my other game.
Buster gonna be heading to Moon 1, final split of the main game.
Oh, never mind. I know where I put it. Just put it on the side. So, switch charger to.
That's a successful Zarbomba from Somedas there.
Okay, so switch charger goes up there.
Good Moon 1 makes this a 117.
How about that?
117 would be a very solid finish for a Darker main game. That's very good from Buster. Brilliant showing there.
Okay, so will I need the new HDMI cables for this fucking thing? Probably. Yeah, I'll just use the fucking new ones, I guess. But yeah, Buster gonna be the first to go in the moon. I think he has about a one. I want to say 118 main game, but I'm not even sure about that part. Barely making it with that amount of speed. Nice. Buffering a cap throw. Okay, make sure he doesn't land in the chest. We're good. Gonna get a second rocket flower. Yeah, this should easily be like 118 pace for Buster going for single wall jump. Okay, no bonk. We're good. No bonk.
According to Ofordu, this could actually be 117 with a really good Moon 1. Which is high.
Yeah.
I believe world
I
record
was just
gets like a
estimating
117
I was just
flat.
estimating the higher of the two. I was just estimating 118.
118 should be pretty secure for Buster, which that's a very top level finish.
Yeah, that's like huge.
Buster's good at escapes, so 550 is completely reasonable. Very true, very true.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because the way I time it is that from this point to the end of Moon is about 4 minutes for me. Because no fast hat and no 2D skip.
Maybe
no,
we'll
wait,
depend.
No third fast hat, I mean. I do the first two, but not the third.
Maybe we'll depend on whether Buster's willing to risk 2DSS.
We'll have to see. We will have
Yeah,
to see. I know
we will have to
2DSS
see.
still saves. 2DSS still saves like a few seconds compared to just going around the 2D section normally. Normally, I mean by like, you know, just going through the entire thing and not doing the mini jump inside the 2D section. So, okay, if I get the wiring correct, this should go. What plug does this go? What plug does this one go into? Okay, that's the one for the Wii. I don't need to worry about that one. Okay, so I just need to follow the thick ass HDMI cable down to number 2. Goodbye, old friend.
Very clean Moon Bunny from Mark Lucas there. Love to see it. We got Somedas finishing up the mech fight.
Okay. And replace that with the Switch 2. Maybe wait. Okay, I'll turn it around.
This is some smooth escape movement from Buster.
Oh,
And he is going for 2DSS.
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
He is having some trouble with 2DSS though. Looks like he's gonna keep going for it. Yeah, 117 is dead at this point. So needs to kind of lock in here. Carmin is catching up. This has probably been his biggest time loss thus far. Okay, he's got it. Buster now up. Will Carmin go for it? Buster now in pillars. Definitely gonna be a 118. Carmin going for 2DSS. And getting it. Much more successful than Buster. It's actually a lot closer between the two of them now. Buster lost a lot of time to that 2DSS. Carmin absolutely did not. Probably only back to about 10 to 15 seconds in it between them. It's going to depend on Carmin's pillars though, of course. Well, maybe a bit more than that. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see what the main game exits are. Speaking of which, Buster getting on a main game with a 118.33. Still a very solid showing. Gotta see if he can keep up that momentum getting into post-game. We have Carmin breaking open the rock here. And it is going to be a 5x. I think a 52. No, that's a 51, okay. 118.51, so... yeah, less than 20 seconds between them. Coming on a main game. Well, Mark Lucas about 2 minutes behind. Just now entering escape. And Somedas will be going in the Bowser's fight shortly. Just getting the moons in and around the chapel now. Buster currently in Mushroom 1. Pretty short, pretty calm split.
Oh my god, I got it to work.
Yay.
All I had to do is just swap a few cables, see how it was wired on the Switch 1, and just transfer it over to the Switch 2. Apparently it's telling me that I have to undock the Switch first. Can't I just set it up docked? Interesting. Where did I put my Switch 1 Pro-Con? There it is. I think if I'm not mistaken, I can use Switch 1 Procons on Switch 2, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
Very clean tiles from Buster there.
Now, why would I need to undock my Switch 2? That's my fucking question.
Tiles are kind of like the main attraction of Mushroom 1. There's not really much else going on with this split.
Yeah, it's Mushroom 1 is mainly just set up for when you come back, like basically at the end of the run in Mushroom 2. But
Yeah.
it's a pretty big difference to All Moons Mushroom 1, where you actually prep a lot of things because you have to collect everything. So yeah. Also, yeah, Snow 2 loads, I guess, regardless of the console, are still extremely fast. I think my guess as to why is because it only has to load the overworld area, and the underground is a different loading zone. That's probably why.
Yeah, there's not much in Snow Overworld. So the Snow 1 load is just stupid fast, and the Snow 2 load is stupid fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess my theory is right, where there's not a whole lot going on in terms of what happens.
Well, Mark is also coming into post game. Only Somedas left in main game. Will be entering post game shortly though. Snow 2 going pretty well for Buster so far. Also decently well for Carmen.
I finally put the lamp back up. I think I can. That was a lot easier to set up the Switch 2 than I thought, though, because all I had to do is just change 2 wires. My capture card is already set up, so.
How much of Buster's movement advantage will hold up in this post game? We're gonna find out.
Hopefully a lot. It's not his first race back, so I just hope it's a lot.
Yeah, very true. He's definitely had some darker experience recently with the previous races in this tournament, so hopefully should be pretty good here.
Wait, the Switch 2 has home menu music? Or is this just the first boot? English US, the Americas. Accept. This must be just on the first boot, I think. I didn't realize the Switch 2 has menu music.
Yeah, it's just first boot.
Yeah, I think that's why I was telling you to undock it for some fucking reason.
We got Somedas coming out of main game. I think that was a 1:23:48 or something along those lines as the exit. Pretty solid. Now Carmen.
I'm pretty sure I put the password wrong. That was the password? Okay.
Carmen heading towards Shiveria. Buster already in Shiveria. Has gotten Peach.
I
and
am
is
in
heading
Chicago.
through Boy Joey Room.
Whenever you
That's good
want,
to know.
however you want. The system can stand on whatever angle. Just pull out the rear. Oh yeah, this has a lot. Yeah, this has a lot more of a rear stand than the fucking Switch 1, where it's just one fucking bar. What if I'm not using the stand? Which one is it? Oh. Oh, so I have to. So yeah, Buster right now in Snow 2. Well, a few of the other. What's so funny?
We got Carmen grabbing the story moon at the end of Blowy Joey. Buster still decent way through Rango Room. We'll be heading up to get the other 2
Carmen's
moons.
surprisingly keeping up pretty nicely, not being too far behind at all.
And that Darker experience is showing. Carmen's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in this race. It's not just going to be a free win for Buster.
Oh! That's right. This is how it works.
We have Somedas about to be finishing up tiles. And...
Sure. I'll view the attachment guide.
now I'm going to be heading to...
Like there's a single... Oh, so it's like a budget... It's literally a budget Procon.
now I'm going to be heading to Snow 2 as well.
I guess pressing the button is a lot easier than I thought. I'm just being fucking dumb and not pulling it to the side. You can also... Oh, yeah. The straps. Yeah, hold the the release button does fucking everything. Choose a style, you can change it at any time. Oh, yeah, it was... Update data 90%. I didn't have to wait long at all, probably because it took me so damn long to detach the second Joy-Con.
Buster coming up on the end of Snow 2 here, entering the Bound Ball room. Mark Lucas joining the first 2 inch of area. Not that far behind. Keeping the pace here, still going strong. Carmen about to be finishing up the Shards room. Buster heading towards the final moon of Snow 2, which is going to be the Bound Ball crate. And then he's going to go to Blowy Noe, which will lead him straight into Cascade 2. One of my personal favorite splits in the run. Very fast-paced, a lot of moons that you can get, a lot of fast moons. No like sub-areas, except for, I believe, just Mysterious Clouds. Mostly just overworld movement. It's a pretty good setup there. Goes for the single jump setup, which he got after 2 attempts. Very nice Blowy Noe. Now, quickly moving into Cascade 2. Carmen now going to be joining him pretty shortly. Getting the Bound Ball crate. Buster heading up to the Dino here. Going to be breaking the rock just to his right, which will contain a moon once he breaks the moon rock. Carmen doing triple jump Blowy Noe. Not needing the slope vault. He's getting that pretty good. Very nice. Pretty quickly. Mark Lucas. Finishing up Rango room. Just Shards room and Bound Ball left to go. Somedas almost done with the overworld segment of Snow 2. Just gotta get Shining on high and then the ground moon inside the ice. Go Buster. Buster proceeding pretty nicely. Already broken open the moon rock now. Carmen not that far behind, now heading over to the moon rock himself. Buster grabbing under the ground. Now going to be heading over to the rolling rock. Believe every route requires you to briefly capture the big chain jump here just to add it to the capture list. Which it's going to be needed for a Toad achievement later, and yeah, he is remembering it. Good. Mark heading into the Bound Ball room, almost done with Snow 2. Pretty solid performance from these 3 front runners so far in post-game. And from Somedas as well. Somedas definitely has some catching up to do, but so far he's definitely shown us that he's not going to be incapable of continuing to keep this pace. And the other runners can't really afford to mess up. They can't really see him as a free win. Not really in a dominant position in the race, but definitely not to be counted out. There is still stakes for the other runners. Mark with the first try. Blowy Noe using the triple jump setup. Apparently golding Snow too. Very nice opening to the post game from Mark Lukas there. No better time for it. In the middle of this race with two incredibly skilled runners. And, well, three incredibly skilled runners, of course, but two that are currently ahead of him. Yeah, Mark showing that he also is not to be counted out so easily. Yeah, that's a pretty solid gold from Mark as well. Love to see it. Must having no issues getting the thing. And getting the other moons up the top area of Cascade. Commonwealth to be coming out of 2D. And also going to be reaching this top area. Also having no issues with the thing. Very quick bunny from Buster. Mark now heading into Mysterious Clouds. Buster getting Cascade Tourist. Of course, something that he set up for earlier on in Metro 1. And then the Lake hit out, which he set up earlier in Lake 1. That tour is now going to be moving to Luncheon. So we'll be seeing them again, but a lot later in the painting chain. They will continue to yield moons for the rest of this run. Somedas now coming into Cascade, barely missing the opportunity for all the runners to be in the same kingdom as Buster has just arrived in Bowser's 2. Omen's still on him though. It's still close. Buster getting some coins in the vault there. Currently sitting at a nice 1100 coins. Considering how many he's already spent, pretty close to filling out the collection he needs to complete the outfit route. Karma's also in Bowser's 2 now. And is right on Buster's tail still. Hitting the moon rock. Just needs to go look at that hint art and get the moons in the moat. the only thing between Carmen and Buster right now. Buster landing on the shop island. Go talk to Peach and go buy a moon. Nothing else for him to really do here. Also just because a lot of them are pretty quick moons. Which is why the runners spoke to Toad. Yeah, true. So they are pretty needed. That is the reason that the runners spoke to Toad in Mushroom 1, which spawns the Peach quest. Nice start to notes there. Very quick, very clean notes from Buster. Very nice. Hopefully we'd see a similar performance from Carmen. Buster now circling around to grab the Moon from poking the Pokio into the wall. As far as to even flick sideways. Just to get over there slightly faster. Meanwhile, we're going to have Mark Lucas joining the other two in Bowser's World. Notably, already bought the pirate outfit, which is the first outfit needed for the outfit route. He's going to need that in Lake. You can buy that outfit at any of the post-game shops before Lake 2, which is most of them. Or at least most of them within the painting chain. But Mark chose to buy it in Cascade, which is fair enough. I believe hit notes are an achievement. You need 5 of them though, which the Darker Route easily collects. We got Buster heading through the Jizo sub-area, which is one of the final parts of Bowser's 2. King Carmen's going to be entering it shortly, just finishing up the timer challenge here. Looks like Buster's going to be getting Invader. Which actually I think that is just needed if you do IP skip. It's not needed if you don't do IP skip though. It's just replaced by the Shop Moon in Luncheon, because that's faster on Switch 2. Switch 1 runners will get it anyway, unless they do Outfit Route, in which case they need Shop in Luncheon anyway. I think that's the case. But then, if you do IP skip, since you skip 2 moons, you need to get both. The other replacement moon is the 2D moon in Luncheon, since exactly the right amount of 2D moons are needed for a Toadette achievement. That one's the tightest in the run. So Carmen's also doing Invader. Is Buster gonna go for the surface clip here? Yeah, he is. Fortunately, he missed it. Just gonna now head down towards the treasure trap moon normally. Somedas in Bowser's 2 now. Fortunately, has lost ground to Buster, but still keeping up somewhat. And of course, we do have to keep in mind his load adjustment. Buster hitting the bird there. Somedas now reaching the crate in the moat. He's hit the moon rock in Bowser's 2, so now it's just gonna be going around grabbing moons, as we've seen the other runners do shortly before. Carmen about to go for the seaside bird, which is a pretty easy bird cycle. There are going to be other bird cycles later in the run that are a bit more challenging, but none should be able to stop these very skilled runners. Hopefully not, at least. A mark in the Jizo sub area, the final part of Bowser's. Final part of Bowser's 2. Buster with a clean Gushin capture there. Gonna now be grabbing the Seaside Bunny, and then shortly after heading to the 2D maze. Mark Lucas now in Seaside 2 as well. Still keeping up with the competition. Gonna be immediately hitting the Moon Rock. It's like a common theme is kind of being established for this race. Buster and Carmen are very close. Buster really can't afford to make any mistakes, otherwise Carmen will exploit them. While Mark kind of waiting in the wings in the back, maintaining third place in the hopes that potentially the other two in front of him, if they make mistakes, he's close enough to exploit those very effectively. While Somedas just trying to keep the pace and hopefully make a comeback later on. Right now he is definitively at the back of the race. Buster finishing the 2D maze. Carmen about to head over to the second part of it where he gets the other 2 moons. Buster missed Fish Dip, unfortunately. Actually, it could be a good opportunity for Carmen to potentially win back some time. I don't think that'll be enough on its own, but it could be possibly one of the biggest opportunities Carmen's had recently to win some time over Buster. Gonna be something to keep an eye on here. How will Carmen approach this? He did get Fish Dip. He hasn't clipped back in. Still going to be think probably about 10 seconds behind Buster. But this is a very strong time save here. Definitely can't count Carmen out the race. Buster needs to keep the pressure on, otherwise he's gonna surrender this this lead. The lead is not secure just yet. Well, Mark now entering the 2D maze. We're getting 3 moons down here. No, Somedas is going to be finishing up Bowser's too soon. He's going to be heading into the Jesus sub area shortly. I don't know if he's doing outfit route, but either, which I think will change whether or not he's going to get the invader. If he's not doing outfit route, he will get it because he is on Switch 1. Still not going to make it to Seaside before Buster leaves, though. Buster's going to be getting these last 2 moons in Seaside. It's going to be Peach, then the moon just sitting next to the painting. And he's going to be heading to Wooded, where he will finally achieve peace in the kingdom. As you can see, Buster is right at the top of Wooded Kingdom here, can just jump straight over here with that very nice looking RCB and go grab the Story Moon. It looks like Somedas did get the Invader Moon. Buster now entering the fight with Torque Drift. The Mark approaching the end of Seaside 2 here. Somedas taking on the starting parts around the lighthouse. About to be grabbing the bird. And that bird is right there. Mm-hmm. This is a very clean Torque Drift here. Buster with the speediest nutboy I've ever seen in my life. A very quick final phase kill. That was a solid final phase there. Solid Torque Drift fight. Might be getting some time up on Carmen. Oh, looks like Carmen messed up the third phase a bit there. Oh yeah, he's struggling. Yep, Mark has made it to Water 2 and will shortly be entering the Talk to fight himself. So maybe about 2.5 minutes off from Buster. Maybe slightly more. Not sure. It depends on the length of the story moon. I'm not sure exactly. And now Buster's choosing to buy the pirate outfit. Mark got the outfit in Cascade 2. Buster's buying it now. You can... Yeah, you can get the outfit in any kingdom before Lake 2. So that's any kingdom up to Metro 2. That's Buster looking at the hint art there. Mark Lucas shortly going to be finishing off Talk Drift. Entering the third phase now. Yeah, the optimal painting order comes from doing Wooded first because of the hint art chains, which means we don't have to do... Oh, Buster missing the Captain Toad jump. Unfortunately, didn't die. Yeah, fortunately did not die. No, that's fine. Unfortunately, he took a bonk, but thankfully lived. Looks like Somedas got fish dip there. Now we have Carmen. Fish dip saves probably about the same as it does in any percent, since it's just the same movement. We have Carmen finishing up the Toad jump. Yeah, Carmen is less than 10 behind Buster now. That was a huge opportunity for Carmen to get some time back. It's really close now. Any console offsets? Somedas on Switch 1, if that's what you mean. Also, that's a W quote. W quote dropped in the chat by Zypher there. Buster allegedly saying Carmen is terrible. Yeah, Somedas Switch 1, Somedas Switch 1, and others Switch 2. Carmen having some issues getting up to these nut moons. which is going to let Buster get a bit of time back. Yeah, it's Pipes Clip time from Buster, and he's getting that, I think. Yeah, he's got it. Nice. Kind of expected it as any percent movement. It's one thing he's very good at. Oh, Buster fell down. Opting to do this version of the bird cycle and not getting the movement properly. Well, Carmin not getting Pipes Clip, unfortunately. He went for it and missed. And he's missed the cycle as well as a result. Oh, Carmin's having a lot of trouble in flooded pipes. Both Buster and Carmin have really taken blows in this 1-2 so far. It's been kind of rough. Now, with Mark going to be heading to flooded pipe shortly, he's going to get Goombet and then Corner Nut, the nut in the storeroom, nut in the cave, and then, of course, flooded pipes. Now, Somedas has reached the same kingdom as the others. He's entering the Torque Drift fight. Should be able to finish it, potentially before Buster leaves? Not sure. We'll see. While Buster not looking for the bird, trusting in the cycle, heading up to the timer challenge. Ideally, you want to get within the bird cycle, you want to get timer 1, the checkpoint, and Shardsmoon. No, I'm not sure he got the checkpoint. Maybe he doesn't need it. The bird is right there. Very nice. Diving straight into it. Very, very clean. We have Carmin going to be taking on the bird cycle as well. Competing against time as he climbs up the timer challenge, and not just the Scarecrow timer, the bird timer. Mark getting the moon at the top of the cave. Carmin jumping down. That bird is well within range. That's very clean. That bird cycle was like the most optimal it could have possibly been. Maybe slightly better than Buster's, though really it's not consequential. Buster is currently in Breakdown Road. Got a few ledge grabs there, which has lost him some time. Fortunately not letting the momentum screw him over. Carmin entering the sub area as well, right behind Buster. Buster not getting the clip there with the moon, gonna have to go around. Potentially time safe for Carmin if he can get it. This is a very close race. We have Mark Lucas going for the other variant of the bird cycle, where you warp to Secret Flower Field. Cool to see, cool to see. And we're using the up route to get the nut up there. Which isn't much slower. Should still work for the bird cycle just fine. Buster getting the nut on the tall fence during timer 3, which saves a lot of time. Because you get it while you're already on the clock for the timer challenge rather than going out of your way for it. And Somedas finishing up the Torque Drift fight. Now they are really, really in the same kingdom. Somedas isn't just piecing wooded. Very nice way of doing timer too. I love that from Buster. With the down throw into the Scarecrow from the very top of the timer challenge. Gonna allow him to skip the entire thing, get the moon immediately, and then proceed into the sand painting before Cappy even knows what's going on. Very nice. We got Carmin also gonna be heading into the sand painting. Literally like 3 seconds behind Buster though, like 4 seconds in it. This is insanely close. If you look at the timers, they are slightly off sync. This is just so close right now. I mean, that pause from Buster might have put them like tied. Combined with the took him a couple tries to get a top of a dune. Guessing because he's just coming on an earlier direction. Weird. They're basically tied up right now. This is crazy to watch. Buster heading back towards town after grabbing the bunny. Yeah, Buster basically tied directly with Carmin. Buster going for the bird cycle here. Oh, but he captured the wire! Okay, but he's managed to hit the bird on the second try. Can't be kind of sabotaging there. Might give Carmen a chance to finally take the lead. He's been looking for it for a while. Carmen getting the bird cycle. Could this be the lead change? Been building up since the end of main game. This could be it. I think this is it. There's the lead change. Carmen now ahead. And poised to be even more ahead as Buster struggles to hang his hat on the fountain. That's the name of the moon. Now we got Buster grabbing the seed. As is Carmen. Yeah, Carmen about 10 seconds ahead here. Just like that, the lead has flipped. Basically an exact parallel to where we were at the end of Wooded 2. Or like near the end of Wooded 2. Mark Lucas doing a pretty fast version of the timeout challenge. Fortunately not able to do the Joy-Con strat that Buster did. Now going to be joining the others in Sand 2. He's also gained quite a bit of time on them here. Still with 2 minutes behind. Mark is playing very consistently and absolutely benefiting from it. This is a great race. Is it possible the Buster will save a bit of time on Carmen from just movement? Potentially it is. Potentially it will be. Seems like it's just about 10 seconds there. Maybe slightly less of a gap than there was previously, but it's still just about 10 seconds. Now it's going to be a bit more, though, as Buster loses like 3 bullet bills in one go. Taking damage again. From what? What even happened there? I didn't even see what happened. What the hell was that? What even happened there? The cage bit back, I guess. The cage got hands. Cage likes Carmen a lot more, though. This definitely enabled him to run away with this newfound lead. How much opportunity does Buster even have to contest this? He's lost another bullet bill. They hate him today. These bullet bills out to get Buster today. This is crazy. Well, Carmen just playing a lot more solidly in this Sand 2 so far. But of course, as we've seen the rest of the race, these two runners are very, very closely matched. It's not over for Buster just yet. There's still a lot of run left, a lot of opportunity for him to save some time. They both have to very actively put the pressure on and contest this race. Otherwise, they are just going to sell to the other player. They can't afford to hold back for even a single second. I mean, the way Zypher said it also, you know, that also works. Buster didn't hit the bird. Gonna have to chase it a bit. Unless he just wants to get a backup, but I don't know if there really is any backups that are fast enough. Yeah, he's just gonna chase that bird down. Yeah, Carmen definitively ahead right now. Could this be it? Could this be the beginning of the Carmen victory? Find out. Somedas taking on Invis Road, gonna be moving to the bird cycle after that. We got Mark grabbing this moon that Buster apparently really doesn't like. The moon that apparently doesn't like Buster much either. Yeah, there's still a whole Wacky 2 fishing sitting between Buster and Carmen. That is not a short moon. Looks like Carmen got it pretty quickly. Buster gonna really have to hope for that as well. That's not too bad, I guess. Carmen entering the 2D tower. Gonna be scaling this tower to then get the 2D moon inside. After getting to the top. After getting to the top, he's gonna be able to head over to the inverted pyramid using the wire. Which he is now doing. Buster now in the tower, grabbing the notes moon and the other 2D moon, which Carmen has just done before him. Meanwhile, Mark playing pretty solidly, pretty consistently. Carmen having no trouble with the lurker there on the pyramid. Well, Buster didn't get an optimal platform cycle there in 2D. We'll lose a bit of time. We got Mark finishing up the Oasis. Carmen now heading into the Bullet Bill Maze. Buster will be coming up on that sub area shortly, but still also ride Jaxie over to the entrance. We got Somedas taking on this timer challenge, just as Carmen takes on a timer challenge in sand. Which he did pretty well, using the strat of staying where the platforms are going to spawn, and then just rolling basically inside of the timer challenge, which saves a bit of time. We got Buster coming up in the end of this sub area, and Somedas grabbing the painting moon, and now once again all of the runners have entered the same kingdom. Somedas entering sand too. On that note, I'm gonna have to take a quick break for just like 10-15 minutes, hopefully not any more than that. I'll be back shortly. Hello, I'm back. Yo. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, Lake 2 is happening. Unfortunately, I missed all of Metro 2. At least I won't miss Somedas's Metro 2. Interestingly enough, we have Mark just at the start of Lake 2 here. I see Mark and Carmen do the same routes, but Buster was able to skip the Poison Wave sub-area, which Carmen just did about a minute ago. He's instead going to be able to get the Timer Challenge moon here, and then proceed to get all of the moons that he missed in Lake 1 from doing the Lake Clip route, which is going to be the Dory moon and this Pillar moon here, before then linking back up with where Carmen's route kind of drops him. Well, Carmen's having some trouble with Lake Outfit Clip. Right, you got it there, though. Took him a few tries, but he is fine. Yeah, the end of the route for Buster and Carmen are going to differ because of that. Probably going to total to a bit of time save for Buster. Overall. But I think Carmen still has the advantage here. Doesn't look like that really has changed, and if anything, Carmen's lead has kind of widened a bit. Buster entering Jump, Grab, Cling, and Climb, which I believe Carmen will also be heading to soon. But the difference is, for Buster, there is a bit more to do after this. Whereas, for Carmen, that will actually be just the end of Lake 2 for him. He's going to be heading there very shortly. Yeah, Carmen entering Jump, Grab, Cling, Climb basically just as Buster leaves it. Buster's going to talk to Peach during the timer challenge, which is a bit faster, but obviously a bit riskier too. Of course, Otaku. Of course. Jump, Grab, Cling, Climb. Peach before versus after the timer challenge isn't faster or slower realistically. I see. That's my bad. Alright, we got Buster now heading over to Lake Outfit Clip. Oh, I guess after this moon he'll do it. Well, Mark also doing Lake Outfit Clip because of the route difference. He does a bit earlier. Taking him a few tries there, though. He's got it, though. Now Buster gonna be doing it. Buster not getting a roll cancel. There we go. Holy Mark lead, true. Mark does a controller shake for RCCs? That's crazy. MCCTRCCs. MCCTRCCs is interesting. That is just a checklist of letters at that point, but okay. A motion control cap throw, roll cancel clip. I guess you could just say, could you just say MCR RCC? I don't know. I don't know the proper abbreviations. True Maxterius. That's the abbreviation. Elongation. Truth Nuke. Alright, we got Buster heading over towards the Luncheon Moon Rock. A Mark finishing up Jump Go Clean Claim. Yeah, I think... Did Somedas get... Hoed? Somedas got the big Captain Toad in Metric. I was gonna skip a moon later. Maybe just a preference thing, maybe he's just extremely slow with a moon. And doesn't feel like he'll be able to do it fast. Who knows? We'll let Somedas cook on this one. Nice, Podium jump from Buster. He skips cracks. Interesting. We got Carmen buying the second and final outfit of the outfit route, which is kind of why they call it the outfit route. Which will be the mechanic outfit. He's going to be able to grab the mechanic moon as it's literally just on the way to slots. It is a very fast moon. It's so fast, in fact, that it is actually labeled as a backup in the beginner intermediate route, which is not the outfit route. Even in the non-outfit route, it's labeled as a decent backup if you have enough coins. So yeah, very solid moon here. The main reason the outfit route works, for those who might be unaware, is because of the Toadette achievement, which requires getting 3 moons from outfits. So if you just go by... The only one you really have to go out your way for is the pirate one in Lake, as long as you can work in Lake outfit clip. Because mechanic is already fast enough. So if you're just able to do all 3 of those, you'll get an extra Toadette achievement, meaning you can skip 4 moons in Cap 1. Or Cap 2 even. Moons in Cap 1, holy peak. Why don't people do that? But you can skip 4 moons in Cap 2. Meanwhile, we have kingcarmin in VCC here. Also, yeah, very true, Smutty. I wish Lock-in Hat was viable. I'll dedicate my life to cooking up a new darker route where Lock-in Hat is viable. I'll find a way. And that is the moon dump for Carmen. Get mechanic and get some other moons. Boom. Brew. Yeah, Carmen's sitting at 400 moons, which I believe is what he needs at this point. While Buster also doing VCC. And he's about to moon dump. We got Carmen going to Cap first. Cap versus Lost first is a preference thing. We might see Buster go to Lost instead of Cap here. I'm not sure. We got Somedas entering Lake too. Colin warping immediately to the top of Tower. And Buster also sitting on 400 moons. Yeah, Mark is still a bit behind, finishing up slots here, and he's going to be moon dumping shortly as well. Although, does he do VCC? Oh, he does VCC. Okay, not going to be moon dumping. Mark, I don't think did Invis Road. A smutty lock-in. I need the lock-in hat route. Outfit clip is fast and swag. That's true. I think he did warp to the talk shift checkpoint. Maybe he just prefers to do the bird cycle that way. I don't know. BPT is 30016. W Mark. I'm not cold. There's only 1,000 coins. True. Just get all the coins, like ever. You got it. Lock in. He just spawned in a wealthy family. So true. Apparently another gold from Mark Lukas. This run's been a really good one for him. Replace pirate with I'm not cold. You won't have to do outfit clip either. So true. So true. Yeah, Mark Lukas playing very well. Doctor outfit? Yo, so true. Wait. At this point, we should implement. Yeah, we can implement the 8 outfits from Toadette. Do Metro outfit clip to the outfit room. Outfit route deluxe incoming. Outfit route deluxe. Why is Mark wearing the clown hat? I didn't even see him buy that. Did he get it in laws? Did he like just get this now? W lock-in hat. Oh, Buster missing lineup, blow it up. Gonna be joined in Lost by Carmen shortly. Oh, he's falling! Okay, he managed to hit lineup, blow it up. If he can climb back up, it's like... Still some time lost, but maybe okay. Yeah, okay, he's alive. Could've been a lot worse. Somedas route? There's Somedas routing in Lake Toad as well. We're doing all Toads. All Captain Toads. He's gonna go to Dark Side after Painting Chain. Trust. Hugs ahead of Common on G Clutch. So true, so true. We have Buster finishing up loss. We hitting a cap. Yeah, it's possible that's what Somedas is going for. skipping the cap moons by getting all these extras like the 2 toads and deep deep down. And what's it called? Could possibly get lunch and shop as well, probably his 4th backup. If that's indeed what he's doing. Or maybe he gets lunch in 2D. I'm not sure. Pretty clean shards from Carmin there. Buster about to take the Death Warp. Somedas reaching the final kingdom of the painting chain. Now entering luncheon. Buster's looking at that hint art that's going to lead to Moon. Carmin having a bit of trouble with lining up, blow it up. Messed up the movement a bit. Yeah, with Mark now in Cap 2. Kind of keeping up with Buster here, honestly. Although he's still somewhat behind. Buster coming up on the kind of tail end of Cap 2. Mark kind of at the start. Well, Carmin almost done with Lost 2. It's getting really tight for Buster here, because the run is getting very close to its conclusion. Buster still needs to catch up to Carmin if he wants to win. Carmin is kind of running away with it. Seems like he's generally been playing a bit cleaner in this second half post-game than Buster has. Unfortunate situation for Buster, but it's kind of how it goes. Buster needs to lock in here. Carmin in Moon 2. A very short split. Only reason you head... The only reason you head here is for 5 extremely quick moons at the start, one of which is a hint art that you set up in Cap 2. The main reason, of course, being the tourist, which, after progressing in past Luncheon, his next stop is Moon. And then he goes to Mushroom, which you are kind of required to revisit to cash in your Toadette rewards. And the seeds. So... Also, wow, Mark, that was pretty terrifying. Oh my god. Okay. He's alive. He's alive. Quambird is less scary than whatever the hell that is. It might be. Like, at that point. But yeah, it is optimal to go to Moon 2 because you can set up the Tourist and Mushroom, which is another free moon right on your path where you kind of already need to be. And it's worth it enough to just go get those 5 quick moons to set up for the extra later. I'm not sure if you if there's like a Toadette moon for tourists and how many moons you need for that. If tourists got routed, that would be crazy. It would require such a drastic reroute, though. I don't think it would ever happen. Because, yeah, the tourist moons are so fast once you spawn them. Common literally rolling through a storm of fire that he set up with the Fire Bro to go grab that moon. Buster's also in Luncheon 3, though. So it's still contested. Although Carmen definitely has a huge advantage here. Yeah, that was crazy aura for Carmen. I'm not gonna lie. We should have a stand 3 for the final tourist. All moons. Oh, Carmen died! Ooh. All the way back here. Gonna have to navigate back over to the arena. Lost all that aura from the firestorm. Timer 2 was what killed him. We got Buster gaining some time back. Not enough to take the lead, but definitely getting some time back. Less aura for Buster, because he kind of rolled under all the fireballs. Or like, just past them. Sadly, Carmen getting track 4 and not track 46. That's Mark finishing up Moon 2. Gonna be joining the others in Luncheon. Mark is still actually quite competitive here. Mark has not disappointed this race at all. Well, we got Somedas making his way through Lost to see what track Buster picks. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to predict he picks track 4. Yeah, sadly. And that is Mark entering the Lava Islands sub-area in the Moon Pipe. Common grabbing Captain Toad, which is the last moon in this section of Luncheon 3. Now going to be heading to the, essentially the final act of the run here. Basically one final run through this section of Luncheon, and straight into Mushroom 2, which is essentially just a continuous run through, getting a couple moons before cashing in 30 from Toadette. It's essentially one continuous run to the end now. Until Toadette. Still can't escape from Buster though, who's just gotten the Captain Toad moon. Who's going to be following right behind until right at the end of the game. The only question is going to be who will get there first, and right now it's looking like Carmen has the edge. Of course, anything can happen in Darker. So nothing is guaranteed yet. It's also worth noting here, Carmen, I don't believe, has to get lunch in 2D. Buster does, so the time loss for Buster is actually even greater than it already looks like on screen. Oh, Carmen does have to get it. No, he did IP skip. I'm forgetting. I'm an idiot. My bad. My bad. I mixed up late clip with IP skip. That's on me. Ignore me. I'm a fool. Oh, Carmen failed the fast 2D. Gonna respawn at the island checkpoint. Still ahead of Buster. Just gonna give it another attempt. Hopefully this 2D jump goes better this time. Oh no, he missed the second one! That might be Buster ahead. I'm not sure with the timers though. No, I think Carmin is still slightly up. But it's so close now. Buster gets the 2D jump immediately. This... Okay, don't die, Buster. There we go, okay. This could be... Oh, Carmen's dead again! And that's Buster securely back in the lead. As he leaves lunch in 3, he's reclaimed the lead from Carmen right at the end of the game. This is insane. And there's Somedas unfortunately missing the moonrock jumping cap there. So Carmen's not going for the jump again. It's just not been going well for him today. Somedas missing the jump again. And unfortunately that might have honestly sold Carmen the race. But of course, as I said before, Darker's still looming. Anything can still happen in Darker. It's definitely not over till it's over. Yeah, as Buster's just proven, I mean, it's really not over till it's over. But it could still bite him back if he messes up in Darker. Now we got Common and Mushroom 2. Following right after Buster. Now it's Mark Lucas who doesn't have to get 2D. So Mark is not that far behind these guys. It's worth noting. Yeah, that's Mark exiting lunch in 3. Coming into Mushroom 2. Somedas having a lot of trouble in Cap 2. That one was just the death wall, though. He did miss the moon rock jump a few times, which was kind of rough. We got Buster with this classic bunny garden, flower garden, bunny seeds, flower garden, timer challenge into the Goombat jump. It's seen a lot of categories that go to Mushroom and post game. Darker, of course, being the one we want to focus on, but it's also, I believe, in Dark Side. Got Buster coming up on the Goombat jump. Which is pretty easy, but it is another thing you could potentially mess up. But he's got it. Definitely proving that it is indeed easy. I'd come and not get one of the seed moons. Did you forget one? No, that checks out with the moon count, as Carmen forgot to grab one of the moons. Oh, Buster fell in the moat. Wait, that could be bad for Carmen. He forgot one of the seed moons, he didn't harvest it. It's like not hard to back up, but not ideal. He planted them both, he didn't pick one of them up. So they're both there, he just forgot to grab one. I'm not sure how you manage that, but you do you, man. I don't think he realizes he's going to Toadette. Ooh, that could be not good for Carmen. Oh, Somedas taking a death to the Cap 2 timer challenge. Got Mark Lucas. Missing the Goombat jump. Oh, that's rough for Mark. We got Carmen beginning to talk to Toadette. Mark missing again. The issue here with Carmen is that he might not even, it might not even cross his mind that he could miss that moon. And he might go panicking looking for another backup, thinking that he's missed one somewhere. Although ideally he does just realize, like hopefully he realizes what he's done. Well, Buster's pretty clear. Just gotta get through Toadette, and he'll be off to Darker. Mark now also heading into Toadette. Somedas heading into Moon 2. And all of a sudden it's looking a lot worse for Carmen than it has been. Now with 3 of our runners currently just talking to Toadette, I think now is a pretty decent time to do shoutouts, so I'm going to run that. Shoutouts to our runners for this race. kingcarmin, Somedas, Mark, Lukas, and Buster, for all participating in the Division S of the SMO Community Darker Side Open. We appreciate them all for taking time out of their day to race today. Shoutouts to my co-commentator, the Mind 2001, for helping with this race. Much appreciated. Shoutouts to Smuddy for restreaming this race, putting in a lot of work, taking a lot of time out of his day for this. So, you know, W for Smuddy. And of course, shoutouts to all of the organizers, especially to 12-7 for basically setting up all of the tech for this this tournament. Would not be the same without them. And to Danster for sorting out all of the scheduling, but also to the other organizers as well. Without them, this tournament would not be the way that it is. Would not be as great as it currently is. And of course, thank you to everyone watching. Wouldn't be the same if people weren't tuning in to see these races live. And if anyone else is interested in taking part in future events, you can join the Discord by typing !Discord in the Twitch chat. And then also the YouTube, but I can't be bothered to come up with a thing for that. Looks like Buster's done with Toadette. And he's going to be off to Darker Side. Looks like this... Could this be sub 3 pace? Carmen's leaving the castle. Looks like he realized. Yeah, okay, Carmen knows. Carmen knows. Oh, he knows. Carmen knows. He's going to be now heading to Darker Side as well. Just behind Buster. 258 2x possible for Buster. This could be a hype, actually. Could we be seeing a sub 3 from Buster? Could also be possible for Carmen, I'm not sure though. I don't know the exact timings. Yeah, that's fair, Crunchy. I was worried about the same thing. I kind of said it earlier, but I was really worried he wouldn't even consider that possibility because it's just not a moon you would ever usually miss. And you would just lose time unnecessarily going for like 2D notes. Yeah, good shot, Crunchy. Sub 4 for Common, so that would be sub 3. Yeah, I'll take the word of 04 dude. He knows what he's talking about. I believe it. Common's a very skilled player, of course. So I mean, if 455 is realistic, I won't argue. And hopefully we can see something like that. see Carmen still secure the sub 3. Always very nice to see in a race like this. Buster actually going to be going into the ice section, which is only ever so slightly faster than doing the uproot skip, and only if you know. Looks like he missed the. He's messing up the cycles though. Uproot skip definitely would have been faster there. Unfortunate, but still keeping his lead. I think 440 on Switch 2 isn't even out of the question. Maybe. Buster going for darker FRS. This is a moment of truth right here. These people are too fast, so true Boltcraft. Especially in 2D, they're a lot faster than you are. Buster not missing the final jump. That's a successful darker FRS. Yeah, Carmen actually needs to lock in here because Mark is right behind him. Mark has gained so much time back, actually. Carmen gone for darker FRS. This part at least has been successful. He's on 1 heart. He needs to get that heart there. Fortunately, that's not an inconvenience. Yeah. So he's fine because he only needs 1 lava bounce. And Buster has plenty of height from glide on skip, so he's pretty safe. Okay, Carmen's past darker FRS. This is fine. Mark going for uproot skip. Nah, he's not going for it. Hopefully he doesn't die to the flies as a result. Going straight for the second gust of wind. That's Buster finishing off glide on skip. Heading up to the thank you wire. Carmen I think is fine. You know, Mark not going for darker FRS. Not sure if Mark just choosing not to do the FRS here. If he normally does that, or if he just knows he doesn't have to risk it against Somedas. Carmen now done with glide on skip. He's managed to secure his passage out of darker. I think I did the math wrong by a minute. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I shouldn't have trusted 04 Dude's word blindly. He still knows more than me though. And that's Buster finishing 2:59.29. Very solid finishing time. Love to see that. W Buster. GG's on the win. This is looking like a sub 3 for Carmen. Just needs to finish climbing up the tower. It's close. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a 5x, but yeah, still a sub 3. Yep, 2:59.54. Close, but by all means, that is a sub 3. You'll love to see that. W to both of the runners who have just finished. Huge GG's. That is going to be Buster. Yeah, that's going to be Buster securing the win, and Carmen following up with the second place. Very close together. Really could have swung either way, even coming right up to the end. Literally could have swung either way until the end of Luncheon 3. But because this is a qualification match, that's going to be King Carmin and Buster qualifying for the bracket of Division S, joining Tyrone and Autumn. Our top 2 favorites in the division. The current world record holder and the current best sob holder, who just spent like a year grinding ILs. Meanwhile, Mark Lucas been very competitive with these two titans of the race here, finishing up with a low 301, and would have actually been a 300 if not for Goombet jump at the end there, which is unfortunate. But yeah, huge GGs to Mark Lucas. Very good showing there. Very solid run, very consistent performance. Unfortunately, he had to be paired up against Carmen and Buster, so not going to be able to secure the qualification this time around. But is going to be moving to the next qualification match where, judging by this, he will be able to make a huge impact. Expecting to see more very good performances from Mark Lucas later in this division. Huge GGs to him. Definitely someone to keep an eye on. I was worried it was going to be close after relying calming Mr. Moon, because then my time loss from buying Clown might have mattered. No. It would have been really funny if you lost the race to Lock-In Hat. Lost. He got it and lost. But yeah, what a race. And probably going to be ending in about 5 minutes with Somedas finishing up. Maybe a bit longer than 5 minutes. He's only just been in Toadette for a bit. I think Mark's trying the out of bounds clip here, which is fun. Fortunately, the clip's just not wanting to work for him. Yeah, that's gonna be it for Somedas's turret. Let's watch his final run through Darker Side. Mark just finding as many RCCs to just do as he can, I guess. He's doing something. He said, oh, he's doing a crouch clip here? Just random corner clips. Yeah. I love random corner clips. I love Odyssey not having any functional walls. Oh, Somedas killing a frog. Anything but ICC, so true. I mean, he got out of bounds. It worked. All that to get on top of this 2D pipe. Oh, he clips Cappy through this corner. Yeah, Mark's out here doing side quests right now. Mark not realizing he is allowed to end stream. Guess just giving us, I appreciate it. He was giving us some entertainment during Toadette. Do capture this TNT, so true, Mark. You should listen to Mulan. Two globe storage TNT. Real? Oh, he's going for it. Wait, he's gonna do capture this TNT. Oh no, he's doing globe storage TNT. Wait, lock. At Mark, bro, did not ping anyone. Oh, he died. He can't even see what's happening. We got Somedas, not going for Darker for SEO, which is fair. Hopefully no incidents with glide on skip here. That is plenty of height. He's so fine. He's so good right now. Is it too close to globe storage? Alright, that's gonna be Somedas coming to the end of the run. currently in the wires here, and it's gonna be leaving darker. Just needs to take the frog up to the top. There's gonna be a 312 before conversion. After conversion will almost certainly be a 311. Just edging past some of the people in Div B. Which just kind of shows how scuffed this is. Let's go, Mark. W. And that's going to be it for Somedas. 312.09. Very solid finish. GG's to Somedas. Unfortunately, not going to be enough for him to secure the third place spot in this race, but still a very, very strong performance here. And hopefully Somedas will be able to also perform well in the next qualification match next week, which of course he will once again be joined by Mark, Lukas, and whoever the winners are of the pro or demotion match between Dylan R, BP31, Lapis, and Broadway later this week. So that's going to conclude this race, and I don't think we have any more races today. No, we do not. So the next race of the Darker Side Open will be a Division C race, the Do or Die match between Monica Love, Aurelia, Tectonic, and Retro Snug at 1400 UTC tomorrow. And for today, we are done with races, so I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you tomorrow. So goodbye, everybody.